I'm going to move that right there so I can get close to her.
Bring you back together. We have two final things for you. What I'm so excited about today, as Nicole and I were walking around, is you guys already were doing some great things with inquiry-based learning. I know that. Nicole knows that. You guys know that. So I was so thankful that our idea of giving opportunity to take a plan you've already done and make it better so that your assignment helped you teach better next month or anytime next semester was beneficial to you. So that was our hope, and I think it was. Thankful for that. There's two things left for us today. One of them I want to show you. Under courses, it's a repository, and it is optional, but I'll tell you why I created it. How many of you were a first-year teacher one time or a teacher new to a grade level? Anybody? All of us. Yes. So this is why this is beneficial. In my work with first-year teachers, one of the things that happens every year is there are some teachers who need curriculum resources. Did we ever need curriculum resources? Yeah. And so before we had It's Learning, we had the V-Drive. So you could dump something on the V-Drive and say to friends in other school districts and other schools in the district, hey, I put it on the V-Drive. But the V-Drive now is full. It's hard to find things on the V-Drive sometimes, and anybody with the click of a button could accidentally delete stuff. Can I get a witness? Yeah, I think I've put the cold writing prompts on there at least 15 times. They're like, I can't find them. Like, I just uploaded it. Who deleted it? So I wanted to create a repository for each grade level so that teachers who wanted to could upload their resources so that anybody who wanted to find some could find ours. I know that we teach with the most talented teachers on the planet. You guys create fantastic curriculum. You have fantastic management strategies. You have effective Oveus bullying lessons. Anybody been at a loss for a bullying lesson? You're like, man, I wish I knew. I've exhausted all of my good character education books in my classroom library. And so this is supposed to be a place where you could go and click and find stuff that we've made or that we've used. So you don't have to buy on Teachers Pay Teachers unless it's a last resort. So let me show you what it looks like. I've already invited all of you to your grade level. If you are a related arts teacher or a special ed teacher, I didn't know exactly what grade level you wanted to be a part of. So if you will email me and say, put me in first and second or third, fourth, and fifth, I'll add you to the ones that you want to be a part of. But I didn't want to add you to all or just guess, because you know better than me what your students' needs are. But I'll show you what one looks like. So this is third grade. And I wouldn't take time in my life I'll never get back doing something extra if I didn't think it would benefit some of us or all of us. So you'll see they all say, welcome to third grade District 6 resource page. It's just a brief explanation. We want to work together to provide high quality resources. This site's designed for all of us as teachers to share our best practices with students. Please feel free to share and download. Sharing is caring. I hate sometimes that it'll be all first semester in February before a teacher will feel safe enough with me or their colleagues to say, I'm struggling. I don't really have much for science and I've just been winging it. And I didn't want anybody to think I was a failure or that I was needy. It's hard to have to ask sometimes for things. So this is a place where we can all share and people can view without having to find or beg or feel needy. And I thought that would be a good thing. So I'm asking you to upload the things that work for you. And it's designed for teachers, and the resources are created by teachers. And you'll see there's just a little example just so people will know what it is and how you use it. I think that would be helpful, so when you look at something you just know, oh, this is an integrated unit that Ms. Rosenberger has planned. Oh, I get it. It's ELA embedded in social studies. So you'll see it's just got the name, school, grade, name of the resource, like what you call it, and the description. And then you can upload it there, okay? So with It's Learning, it's not just the document like in the V-Drive. You can actually add a little description of it. And please let me know if there's a folder on there that you want me to add. I put all of the subject areas, and I know that Tammy and Dr. Doolittle have some awesome things already on the V-Drive. So if math doesn't need to go on there, you can let me know, but I just added it in case somebody wanted to stick something in there. But there's...
The social studies, each grade social studies has their own page. So I don't know if you need social studies.
Okay, so I may could take that out because I know you and Dr. Moore have been working on a
And then
repository
Terry
for
is
that.
doing the first grade one, and they
Gotcha.
have- each grade has their own
Good
page
deal.
as well.
For social studies, yeah, fantastic. So I could take social studies and math off there. Assessment resource, classroom management resource, parent communication resources and tech tools. So if you want to contribute something that is awesome and effective and works for you, there's a chance it could bless somebody else. So Dr. Maddox is working on those for the middle school so that they'll have them as well. And so just know you're added. Whenever you create something, just think about, hey, I might dump that in there so that teachers could use it too, okay? All right, the last thing on our plate for our last 10 minutes is our, is our survey. It's the end of the first semester for our course, and it's very important to me and to Ms. Brown and to all of the literacy coaches that we get your feedback. I feel like I know from reading your blog post and being with you, Ms. Brown knows a lot more because she's been in your PLC meetings and your coaching meetings, what your needs are and what your thoughts are. But if we practice what we preach, we would do a formative assessment and find out what suggestions do you have for improving next year's course? What would make next semester more beneficial? I want to know what has worked, but I also want to know what hasn't worked. So before I create a plan for next year, I have your ideas and your opinions and perspectives so that it is representative of what you think as well. So if you'll go under our course, many of you are already there, I just got to go back to it. Under the December section, you'll see at the very end it says survey. Okay, hold on, here we go. It says District 6 R2S Foundations of Reading Course Teacher Feedback Form. You will click Take Survey. It's anonymous, but I do want to aggregate the data by school because your school's needs may be different than Lone Oak School's needs or Paul England Springs. So that way the coaches can see too by their own site and I can see it all collectively. But the first question is, has this course helped improve your instruction of reading and writing this year? If so, how? What structures and strategies from the professional development have you tried out? Have you implemented? What actually made it into your classroom practice? The next one is, has it helped improve student reading and writing? Because if it didn't, I need to restructure it. Every single professional development I ever do is to help improve and positively impact student achievement. If it's not, I need to restructure it. So I want to know if it is and how. And then 5 is also very important to me, determining how we structure next year's course. So what aspects have been most helpful? You've had a tremendous amount of support from Nicole with everything from creating units of study to feedback to course assignments. If that has been helpful to you, list that. If the blogs have, list that. We've had PLCs, we've had collaborative planning, you've had tech tools, you've had balanced literacy. But I also want to know what has been the least helpful. Because if across the board one component isn't as effective, then I need to know that so I can switch that and try something else out or utilize a new approach. And then number 6, what suggestions do you have for improving the PD for next year? I always stand behind the work that we do. I think it's quality, I think it's good, but I always think it could be better. And I'd like to know what your thoughts are for improving it. What would make it more effective? And then last, what goals do you have, just 2 or 3, as a teacher of reading? How can the PD help you reach the goals? I want it to be job embedded. So if you really want to work on implementing inquiry-based learning and Genius Hour, I want us to know that so we can try to figure out how to add that into a collaborative planning or a PLC or just come and help. If Tammy really wants to work on comprehension strategies for math, that will help me know so that next year we can really think about that. One example is our special ed teachers here. I'm trying to think of the right word for our McCarthy Tesler satellite classes. I don't know the name for that. But knowing that their needs were unique and that some of the ideas were applicable and some weren't allowed me to adjust it so that I could help meet their needs and their student needs better. So knowing that helps me, but I can't do better till I know better. So I need to know, what are some goals that you have? They want to help their students with adaptive life skills. Knowing that was like, yes, okay, well that can count for your kid watching study, right? So what 2 to 3 goals do you have for your own reading and professional development that we can help improve? All right? So it's a short survey, but it's open-ended. When you finish, make sure you click finish at the bottom or it won't upload. And then you're welcome to go once you finish the survey and finish it, and that'll give us some feedback before we work on next year's course.
And if you're not in, let me know. I know I saw a couple of people weren't in.
Okay, yeah.